Hello everyone, and as per usual at the end of our series I will be doing a review of the game. I actually thoroughly enjoy CK3. There doesn't seem to be much difference between each of the regions, so from what I can see. True, there's religions, but you can pretty much flip religions willy-nilly as long as you've got 250 piety. Not sure if I like that all that much. Like, say for example, you're in, I don't know, Scotland, and you flip a religion all to like one of the Indians. Like, say for example, Sikhism or Buddhism or something like that. That to me seems weird as fuck because you go from being a Catholic to being a Buddhist. Nowadays, yeah, I can see that, but in the medieval era, not so much. That's one thing I think. Get okay to get this out of the way. I really enjoy CK3. I thoroughly enjoyed CK2. I think I still prefer CK2 in its current rendition over CK3's current rendition. But since CK3 2 is no longer getting developed, and this is going to get developed, it's not that much. It's not that far behind CK2. Like, I would probably rate CK2 as a 8.5 out of 10 game. This I would rate maybe 7 out of 10. And this game just came out, and it's going to get developed, and it's a Paradox game, so it's going to get developed for the next like 7 years. It's going to have a DLC every half year. That's what tends to happen. Like, look at Imperator Rome, for example. On release, that game was a 5 out of 10 game. Wasn't bad, wasn't good. It was a middle of the ground game. Well, I think it was anyway. Now, it's, what, after 3 DLC? I haven't really played it much, but after 1 DLC, I would have gave it another point. I would have said 6 out of 10 after that 1 DLC that I played. I've not really gone back to it since, but I've heard it's increased a lot, so maybe 6.5 out of 10, maybe 7. But yeah, that game's only been out for, what, 1.5 years? 1 year? I don't know. I don't remember. I would have to double check how long it's been out. Actually, never mind. I'm not going to check. Again, PDX games get better over time, like a fine wine. So yeah, it's this game I expect to get a lot better than CK2 ever was. But right now, it's not as good as CK2. I will even take that to EU4. EU4 on release was absolute dog shit. I fucking hated EU4 on release. I went straight back to EU3 because EU3 to me was a much better game. There are still some things I miss from EU3 and from EU3 that I would like to see in EU4, but EU4 is actually a really fun game now, and I much prefer it over EU3. I've tried to go back to EU3 and it is lacking, to say the least. But I think it was a really good game for its time, and of course, and again, it is a better game than what EU4 was on release. But now EU4 is better than EU3. I expect this to, for the same as this, I expect this game to get a shit ton better than CK2, but right now I prefer CK2. Now that's out of the way. What do I think of CK3 overall? I think it's a really good game. I will definitely be playing it more. I actually will be playing I will be playing a playthrough, and straight after this review I will be playing another playthrough on Twitch and on YouTube. Yeah, anyway. I think some of the systems that I really enjoy are the religion system. I know I slated the religion system at the start of the game, but I think the religion system is really detailed and really good. I don't like the fact that I can flip religions willy-nilly, as long as I got 250 piety. But it's a good religion system. Much better than the CK2 system. I think the knights are a really good addition to the game. I actually really do like the knights. But I don't see why they got rid of the levies having different tiers to them. I understand what they're trying to go for. They're trying to go for the peasantry is what the levies are. But what you would normally do what they would normally do in a kingdom in real life or a county is train their fucking troops. That's not men-at-arms. That's the peasantry. They fucking train them. Men-at-arms are your personal guard. And they do cost more. This is true. But every single county should have men-at-arms. And you should be allowed to raise those men-at-arms. Because you're the fucking king. Yeah, like, say for example, you're the king and your duke has men-at-arms and a levy. You should be able to say, you give me fucking men-at-arms. And if he refuses, you should be able to kill him. Because you're the king. And during this era, the king's word is law. Or your liege's word is law. Or else you get killed. So I understand the levy system, but I kind of wish it was the old system. Another thing that I miss from the combat system is flanks. Flanks added a really nice addition to combat over every other game that Paradox has. A lot of the time in Paradox games, it is literally just a matter of numbers and luck. That is pretty much it. In CK3, there was quite a bit of strategy in what flank you should go on. It was abusable, yes, but you could like say, I want my people on this flank, rush down that flank, and then they'll go into the middle flank. As long as your two other flanks don't get destroyed in an instant, that works really well. That's actually a decent amount of strategy. This one is, I want more troops, I win with more troops. Which, yeah, like having a higher, say you have a quality of elite and they have a quality of inferior, but they have 10,000 more troops than you. You're going to lose. Like, doesn't matter. You're going to lose. Plain and simple. It's also the case in CK3, sort of. Also, the combat system in this is very much rip down the forts. There's no... Yeah, you don't, like... Yeah, you just go to fort, to fort, to fort, to fort, to fort. You barely ever chase the enemy army because you'll barely ever kill them. And, yeah, like, you might go attack the enemy just to get them out of your land, but sometimes it's just more efficient just to go for their forts. Not really keen on that either. I would much rather see combat being more efficient. Like, EU4 is actually really good for that thing, because it's not just a fort rush, you actually kill the enemy. And again, another thing I don't like is the fact that there's no manpower. So economic destruction of the enemy isn't as easy. Like, manpower adds a really nice layer to combat. Like, say, in EU for the manpower system, you can starve your enemy of troops by killing their troops over and over and over again. In this, you can kill troops. Also in this era, knights rarely died, but you did capture them, and it gave you the ability to ransom them. I like, that's a system that should always be there. But the levies and the men-at-arms should have high casualties. and they shouldn't be running around over and over and over again. Go back to your lands. You're fighting them. They run away. They go back to your lands. They run away. You go back to your lands. There should be a way to catch them, because they run like halfway across the fucking map, and you get fucking. You're like, no, I can't be asked chasing them. Anyway, that's a rant about the combat system. The combat system, I'm not thoroughly convinced I like. The combat and the siege system. I love the religion system. I like the character interaction systems. They're much better than what they used to be. Like, the swaying's fun. It's not just a random roll. I like the more deterministic play of CK3 over the random play of CK2. Fabricating claims, for example. I know I was talking about character interaction, but this sort of weighs in on it. What was I saying? Brain. Fabricating claim, for example, is deterministic. It's going to happen. It just, depending on your priest's abilities, it could be faster, it could be slower. And I prefer that over the random system of CK2, which was, it could take you 100 years to get one claim, and then you get like 10 claims at once. And you're like, the fuck, I can't afford all this. So I like that. It's very deterministic. And that's the same with like a lot of the schemes and shit. A lot of the character interactions are very deterministic. It gives you a percentage chance. I would say it's like, you've got a 65% chance of getting this. But there's ways of making that higher. I don't think it ever goes above 95% chance. And if you've ever played XCOM or Civilization 4 or any previous games, a 95% chance is definitely not a guaranteed chance. There is a chance of failure. And that chance of failure is almost 100%. But yeah, like at 95% chance, it's usually fine. And a lot of it, yeah, I like that. I quite like the hooks system. Again, that's a good character interaction system. You can, say, get hooks on all your vassals, and then fabricate hooks even. You can get hooks on all your vassals, and then your vassals will have to give you more levies or more money or whatever. That's super fun. I actually really do enjoy that. But it's cheese. You can cheese it for money. Like, right now, at the start of every single character's playthrough, I go for the can get money from hooks, because why the fuck not? That is so strong. That is really fucking strong. I don't see why I shouldn't do that. And then I go for whatever, intrigue or military afterwards, because intrigue you can fabricate hooks, make more money, or you can just capture your enemy's liege and win the war that way. Like that, you can 100%. So there's some cheesable things in this game. For example, you can plan an abduction on your enemy, and then just before it fires, you declare war. And then once your abduction fires and they're in your prison, you win the war straight away. It's 100%, and instantly. You don't have to raise a single levy. You don't have to do anything. You just win. That can be very cheesy, but it's part of the game, so whatever. The same with like the marrying and divorcing and marrying, divorcing, marrying and divorcing. That's also very cheesy. But again, part of the game, so there's not much you can do about that. Asking your pope for money can be very cheesy. Money's too easy to get in this game. Like, actual gold is far too easy to get. As I said, I also don't like the tech system. I think the tech system is fucking dog shit. That is super fucking easy to cheese. You can flip religions fairly easily, as long as like your liege or your playable character can't. It's very hard for your playable character to flip culture, but it's really easy to get your kid to flip culture. You just give him a guardian who's not of your culture. That's pretty fucking easy. So I don't really like that all that much. I preferred the old system. It could be cheesed by just sending your fucking spy master out to steal tech from someone else, but that is a thing. Otherwise, yeah, the game's good. I like a lot of it. As I said, I don't like the tech, don't like the military. The banner, the fucking banner, the banner up here is annoying as shit. Can I get rid of that? I don't even know. No. I can't. That's because that's dog shit. That's really, really fucking annoying. I hate that. I have to say I fucking hate that. That's something I wish wasn't there. Not much I can do about that though. Other than that, yeah, I think it's great. I can see myself playing this more, especially once more DLC comes out. I miss Nomads. I miss the ability to play Republics. Never really played Republics, but I miss the ability to play that. I miss the ability to play Theologies, but I also didn't really play that either. Yeah, but I think this game is really good. The achievements are... Who cares about the achievements? Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching this review. A rundown. I love the game. I think it's a 7 out of 10, and I think given time, this game will definitely be better than CK3. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time, and bye bye.